Hi everybody! Welcome to Caboose's Snapmaps of the week. Just 5 of them. And they're no in particular order. They're just 5 that stood out to me. And the first up here we have Doom Souls by TR-8R. The map ID is 7D8GKG6R. Now, this one, as the name kind of sets you, it's kind of like Dark Souls. I mean, it's actually kind of it's a kind of a difficult one as time gets on. You have 5 classes to pick from the front. Start here. I've tried a few of them, but the one that I did the best on was this one here. I think it's the Soldier class. What really kind of stood out to me was just the amount of work the guy put in here, or whoever put it in. Anyway, you walk into the area, you see there's a cutscene to show you off the enemy. They have given names. They have the health on the left there. Every time they reach a certain percentage, more enemies will spawn, similar to Destiny in that fashion during like raids or missions or whatever. But what I really liked about this one is just kind of how it does get harder. It does get a lot harder. It's a good challenge and everything, and it's really fun to play. And it was more or less kind of a personal goal. Like, I want to reach the end, but I couldn't do it. I was having a really hard time trying different classes and everything. Just still couldn't do it. Now, what happens is, to make it more like Dark Souls, the guy actually has it where you get souls, which you can then spend. And one thing that is a tip I found out you can really do to make it a little easier on yourself is, well, you can glory kill the boss, which is nice. Because you can see I just chopped off like 25% of the health right there. The Lord of the Hell slaughtered. Next we go into the area for leveling up. This is kind of considered your bonfire area. Here you can use those souls at the top left, you see, to level up your health, damage, armor, speed, movement speed that is, cooldown reduction, and ammo capacity for when you're fighting these bosses. Each boss kind of has like its own battlefield, its own little area, a little battle arena to fight in. Like here's I find an invisible enemy. In this one, after you kill this guy, there's 2 enemies that pop up afterwards that you gotta fight. Right in this dark room, and he's hard to see. Anyway, I really like this one. It was just kind of a nice, fun challenge, and it kind of showed off I like the whole thing where you have to get points and spend points to level yourself up, get better stuff, you know. So anyway, on to the next one here. This next one, I believe, this next one's going to come up as a really strange, kind of different one than your usual Doom maps. It is called Harvest Doom, made by Bears, map ID being G3KDDG5E, I believe that's what it says. And as the name implies, it is Harvest Moon, but in Doom, and you have to use your imagination. This is actually a plant that you get the water. You use these posts to plant more plots to get more crops faster, you know. Kind of like Cookie Clicker in that aspect, you know. You buy more things to speed up the process. Here's the shop, owned by a Hell Knight, who of course likes to reference the merchant from Resident Evil 4. What are you buying? You can get 3 different things here, more health, but I didn't find getting health here seemed to work. I don't know, maybe I'm just doing something wrong. The way I always got health back was just that building next to it is a house. You're able to sleep in there. I think I'm about to go in that house real soon. If you see here, that's what the plants look like. I mean, that's what the spring plants look like. The spring, the summer, and the fall plants all look a little different. As in, they're all just different shapes, and their time for how much it pops up is different. The crops are pretty much like currency in this one. You see that little blocked off area to the right or left? That's where you get your animals. This is the bed. You can sleep there. That's where you sleep to get your health back. But I think it's kind of cool. If you sleep there, it's like if you're actually lying in bed. And if you continue, here's a little bit later on, I kind of figured more out. I got to the next season of crops available to me. Oh, excuse me. Ugh, gross. This is the mines. Now, the mines is how you get to the bottom, how you finish the map. That's kind of like the end game goal. The mines it's kind of like a Stardew Valley, where the mines have they have teleporters, which you can consider as the elevator in Stardew Valley. How you can able to skip to 5 different every 5th floor. And you gotta watch out though. Enemies that spawn in here can come outside into your farm area. I died the first time by doing because of that. I think you just respawn. I don't think you have to restart the map. Eventually you get these. This is much later on when I have all the crops, everything bought, and everything. These are my magnet buses. You need this so you can get the keys for the mine. Anyway, moving on. We have the decisions you make by Rob from the North. The ID is 7DV2FT2U. Now, I can't show much of this one. The reason why is because it's very story driven. It's all about as the name suggests, the decisions you make. Because you had the first one that was like, there's an old lady being attacked by kids. What do? You want to rob her, help her, whatnot. And it all determines what the ending will be. And I wanted to showcase this one because it kind of shows how you can have a nice bit of variety or decision making in the Doom Snap Map. And I thought that would be a good thing to just for everyone to give it a try. I think you should try out the map yourself. It's not a very long map. It's not a very long. I ended up fighting a manky bus at the end, so maybe you guys might get something different. It's supposed to be the decisions you make determines the boss and what items you have to fight the boss. Anyway, so the next map is a lunch break by Bladed Fuentes. Sorry about that. Q5AVUAMM is the map ID. Now I played this one with Diachronic and some random person who joined me. It's actually a pretty good map. It's honestly a pretty fun map, and you saw it didn't have a lot of plays at the time. I think it deserves a little more. Now it's kind of like a campaign map. The idea is that it was lunch break, and then demons started attacking. So now you have to get to the tram station to escape. And what I liked is the map designer here. He made like little boxes and stuff. Or maybe not. Yeah, I guess whatever. The person decided to have a lot of attention to detail. Like there's like lockers with stuff in them, and there's like shelves with things on the shelves. They weren't just like bare empty rooms. They actually kind of looked like some coherent area. Like the launch area actually had like tables and benches and stuff like that. And the tram actually had like a waiting room. It was it was cool. I liked the attention to detail that the person used. Other than that, it was a fun map, just like a fun little custom campaign, just you to play with friends. And then moving on, we're gonna move to the last map, which is just a simple recreation of the first map from Doom 1 by Bloodshot 12. Map ID is 88YKLJ23. I think that's what it said. Anyway, it's a simple map, and I just wanted to kind of show off recreating maps, because I figured there are going to be people who are going to recreate some of their favorite maps from their favorite games, not just Doom. I think I saw one that was 007, the facility mission from GoldenEye on the N64. Maybe that will be on. I'll probably put that one on here next week just to show off. I don't know what the hell Past Caboose was doing there while he paused the game. But there's a little bit of extra stuff. That's why I have this heavy assault rifle, which wasn't in the original game, and not even as a weapon in the original game. So, and since the map maker is limited in certain aspects, there's no wall that could raise like in the first game. Aim for you to be able to go outside, so the person uses a teleporter. There's also no outside maps, which is why this room looks like this. I really wish they had some more outdoors. But anyway, that's just kind of like it's a nice, very faithful recreation of the map for, I guess, what the person did. I like I think it was a very strong effort, but in the end, there were still limitations in the map maker for the Snapmap's capabilities, so it wasn't going to look exactly the same, sadly. But I did find it to be kind of a difficult map. I don't know why. I just had some difficulty in this room specifically. But anyway, it was a fun map. It brought me back to just a few, like, I think 8 years ago when I actually played it. Or no, 6 years ago when I played the Doom 1 for the first time, even though Wolfenstein 3D was the first game I ever played. But that's just all. That's it for this week's 5 snap maps. There were no ranking on how they were. And if you played a map that you think really stood out and you think it deserves kind of a spotlight, be showcased, or maybe your friend made a map, or maybe you made a map, just go ahead, put the ID or the name or some way for me to be able to find it. Even if you made it on the PC or the PS4. I believe they're actually cross-platform, because I'm doing this on the Xbox One, which is maybe why the graphics aren't better, or the frame rate, or whatever. But the idea is I think the Snap Map is a great idea, and I want more people to make maps, kind of help keep the game going, because it's a really fun game, and I think there's a lot of possibilities you could do with the Snap Map feature. So, if you make a map, just go ahead, put it in the comments. And if you don't see it that week, don't worry. It might be in the following week, or the following week, or the week after that. Because I want to give them all out, but I don't have time to make, videos, like 30-minute videos on 50 different maps, Sadly. But maybe one day I will bump it up to 10 maps a week. Depends on how many I can find, So that's it for now. My name has been Caboose.exe, and thank you guys for coming out. Tell me what you think. Post your maps in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next one.